Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. In a new piece of Iraq, what's next? Today we have a lot of surprises, like what happened in Baghdad yesterday because they rocket the green zone with four rockets. These kind of messages for the government and the NATO troops and for the diplomatic zone in Iraq. That's mean the embassies. That's mean that we are here. The problem in all the time when Iran doesn't find solution with the group 5+1, you find it's go and send her militia in Iraq to do these kind of things. But in this kind of situation, maybe it's good for us because the 1st of March, it's very important date for the Iraqi activists. Why? Because the center command coming from, for NATO of course, from Incirlik base in Turkey, coming to the Lion's Eye in Iraq in Al-Rumadi. This is good situation, and the very important meeting and visiting the Pope of the Vatican to Iraq also give some kind of international protection for the demonstration and the activists. We focus about that. First of all, we want, because this kind of information, I say it on my responsibility because I have good news and it's completely right, 100%. The demonstration start to become bigger and bigger and bigger. It start from now, but in through 2 city, it's not stable in Kut and Nasriya, because in Nasriya yesterday they killed 2 activists. Why? Because they asking about what's happening to Sajjad al-Iraqi, because the mayor of al-Nasriya, he promised the activists and everyone he will bring Sajjad al-Iraqi back, but nothing happened. After that, in Basra, the families of the victims who killed by the group of death, Farqat al-Maut, it's belong to the many militia, have a good relationship and connection with Iran. They asking the government what you will do. You said there is a public court and we will execute them. Nothing happened. The street start boiling with the people and the activists. Now everyone focus about the 1st of March. It's very important. Why? If the NATO and the American troops and all the world focusing and observing what's happening in Iraq, the demonstration, it will be legal, yes, and They have international protection. When the, of course, now they in the when they locked down Iraq for 3 days, many of activists killed. By the way, lockdown, no one go out, no cars, no any kind of transportation. They attack. Who have the power to move in the lockdown unless he have badges? That's mean authorized to go outside his house. This happened in Baghdad, Nasriya, Kut, Basra, 4 cities. That's mean the they know in the march it will be very big demonstrations against them. And this is the only way to stop the militia and corrupt government and let the NATO and everyone, United Nations, protect Iraq and people of Iraq from Iran. I don't want to talk about the Iran group outside Iraq because it's full of problems. The nuclear problems with America, with Turkey, with Saudi Arabia, with everyone. We focus about Iraq now. Now we wait for the 1st of March. Why? Because if all the troops from NATO coming to the base of the Lion's Eye and many of troops, different country from NATO, even we will ask the United Nations to observe the elections. That means they can't fake it because they know very well they will lose everything because the Iraqi people really they upset from them. They hate them. If they support them, there is no demonstration outside. Because of that, they send many messages, these kind of groups and the Islamic parties, yes. Every Islamic party have militia, have assassins. If the NATO comes and everyone focus about Iraq, and at least European United and United Nations give that chance to the demonstration, to the activists, to the real people of Iraq, not the people who following different country like Iran or Turkey or whatever. They don't have loyalty for the Iraq. Now we are focusing about that day. Yes, in the beginning we will suffer. I know, but everyone, because every day I have calls and they insist to keep this Iraq was next in English because they want everyone knows our plan. Yes, we will suffer in the end of February and the first week in March. Yes, but this is the only way. Because they will never stop. They keep killing us. And there is many reasons, and everyone know it, what they are doing in Iraq. And if the NATO not showing the power, it's problem, big problem, because we need protection. Yes, the militia in everywhere, but we just need support, international support. Let the media come, let the journalists come. Just sending the real picture from the demonstration to everyone. I don't want anything else. No need to help us to change our facts. No, just send the right picture to all the world. Show the news, the real news of Iraq, what's going on in Iraq. Because Baghdad, Kut, Basra, Najaf, Karbala, Misan, these cities, it will start demonstration very early, but gradually the number will become bigger and bigger. Now in Basra and Kut, yes, in Baghdad they do many things like the lockdown, or the Muqtada Sadr sent his militia in Baghdad, Saraya Salam, just to showing I am here, no one can do anything. And the government and the prime minister do nothing. Why? Because he can't do anything, because he's very weak. Now they push two enemy, Iran and Saudi. When the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Defense went to Saudi Arabia before 2 days without any news, or they never give that in the news, suddenly they appeared in Saudi Arabia. And you know the hateness between Saudi Arabia and Iran. They will push Iran to do many things in Iraq. This is the problem. Now we start to make it faster. Yes, we make the demonstration faster. We try to protect the activists, but we can't. We don't have this kind of resources. In Erbil, the activists in really bad situation. We have more than 57 or 60 activists wounded in the hospital. Really, they don't have anything, no place to stay, no money, no food, but they are in the hospital, and the people help them to pay the bills of the hospital. Because the militia move and hunting down the activists not in randomly way. No, they select who is very active activists, and he can move many people, or his account in Facebook, Twitter have many followers, or he encourage people to go to the demonstration. They have big army. They have big army following us in Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and they do terrible thing with us. The simple thing threatens. They threatens everyone. Bad words, that's normal. But they select And by the way, sometimes you find different militia, but they have one thing make them all. Yes, they have problems between them about the power, money, business, but when it come against the activists, they united. Yes, they united because you find, by the way, in Iraq we have 27 parties, most of them Islamic parties. Do you know that? 27 parties. And you can count how many militia we have in Iraq. There is big Islamic party, 3 or 4, they have control on the government. Some people have the foreign affairs, some people have the finance ministry. They deal everything. The important thing, and the real important thing, the new tactic against the activists, because before 1 year when they said, yes, we know you are jobless, give us and make files for the activists, bring your identity, everything, we will find job for everyone. Now what's happened, we find they marketing in the dollars in the Iraqi Central Bank of Iraq, and the names and the identity and these kind of files, they marketing the dollars, and everyone have very high text. It's billions. They shocked because he's a jobless and he find text on him in billions. And of course they must pay, or the court give them, first of all, 3 years in jail. And no one talk about that. No one. Even they send many messages publicly to the Iraqi Prime Minister, and no one say anything. Anyway, wait for us. In the 1st of March, all the Iraq will join to the demonstration. Thank you so much.